So I'm here with Severo today.
Hey, how's it going?
He's our resident Final Fantasy trading card game expert here at Level Up Games. And we have a new deck that just came out featuring... We got Lightning from the Final Fantasy series, obviously. So neither of us know anything about this deck or what kind of cards are in it. So...
Oh yeah, we're super excited. Like, I'm laying my eyes on this for the first time. Now, I know 13 is a very divisive game among the community. Some people really love it, some people maybe not so much. But if there's one thing that I think all of us can agree on, and we'll take a look at this box here, is that the artwork is simply some of the most gorgeous artwork that you've ever seen. So, yep, this is the FF trading card game. And by the way, yes, there is a game. So if you're like, whoa, I didn't know a game like that existed. But we've been playing it here at Level Up for the past couple of months, and it's been the fastest growing, hottest thing here since we started a couple months ago. But anyway, enough about me. Let's get into these cards here.
All right,
so,
let's open it up.
This is the box. It's pretty gorgeous. It's a custom starter set. So I believe that there is a starter deck in here, which is ready to play. I'm going to destroy this box. Forgive me for all you people who are,
Box collectors.
Exactly.
Hoarders.
But this thing's going to be destroyed. And, oh, wow. So we have two stacks over here. Look at that beautiful artwork. See, there's a full art Lightning. Read the effect there. Let's see. So, it's got the whole cast. It's a 7,000 power with haste. And when one or more Category 13 Forge control attack, all the Forge control gain 1,000 power till EOT. If two or more Category 13s were attacking this turn, also draw a card of 3. So she wants to get the whole party together. And then the topper for the other side is a Snow. Control Lightning, Snow, and the card named Lightning gained. This cannot be chosen by opponent's summons. And this is the Snow artwork from Lightning Returns, the third FF13 game, for those who don't know. But enough about that. Let's actually get into the meat and potatoes.
Crack it open. While you're cracking it, do you want to talk about maybe why the card game is unique and special and why people might be interested in it?
So, I freaking love this card game. It's actually been... It was launched in Japan in the 2010s era. I don't exactly remember when. And then, I think it was in 2016 that it actually relaunched internationally. And so, I absolutely love this game because, well, I'm a colossal Final Fantasy nerd, and, I just love the characters, the stories, and what better than to, enjoy a card game with some of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so I've opened this thing up, and every one of these comes with a set of rules, which is pretty cool for you getting started. Nifty little starter guide. Some beautiful pictures. So if you're interested in getting started, you can figure out the rules. And actually a collection, so you can actually see everything that's inside.
Nice.
That's really convenient. In fact, we can probably take a picture of this and post it if anybody's curious later on. And then we've got... I'm going to assume that this is actually the ready-to-play deck. Now, in Final Fantasy trading card game, the deck size is 50 cards. And no more, no less. We'll crack the plastic wrapping over here. And you'll notice the card backs are very simple.
Yeah, but it's sleek, elegant.
That's what I like about that. But if you'll notice, there's kind of a texture there. And
very nice.
Well, you're holding the camera here, but if you ever
I'll give it a little...
These...
Oh, it actually is extremely nice.
Oh, it's really nice.
I haven't felt a card back like that. Wow.
So this is a very aggressive forward, and forwards are one of the card types here. These are what you use to attack your opponent, and you get 2 of them, one of which is a full art. That's the normal version looks like. Okay. And Opus 19. These cards are from the set that hasn't come out yet, but will at the end of this month. Mind you, there's a release coming around the corner. Anyway, back to the cards. So then we have 3 copies of Vanille. Let's see, when she enters the field, search for a card named Lightning, Fang, or Hope and add it to your hand. Oh, and she's got this S ability, which activates when you discard a card that has the same name. If the opponent controls deal damage, double the damage instead, and then deal 2k to all the forwards the opponent controls. That's, it sounds very painful. What do you think, Jesse?
Does quite a lot, draws, right? Tutors for something, and then does some good damage, yeah.
Yep, so she's
very
got
nice.
excellent synergy. She can pull our friends.
Yeah,
So
get the party together, like you said.
We've got 3 copies of this Fang. And if you notice, the artwork is taken straight from the games. This is actually taken from the Opera Omnia mobile game, The City of Final Fantasy. Okay, so she's an 8K for 4 crystals with haste, so she can attack out the gate. Oh, when she attacks during this turn, the cost required to cast Bahamut is reduced by 2.
Oh, so we got a Bahamut in this deck somewhere.
Well,
cool,
yeah, there's
cool.
a Bahamut in here.
Some big boys coming down.
And when you cast a Fire Summon, activate Fang.
Yeah.
She gains, if she deals damage to your opponent, the damage becomes 2 instead. So, the way damage works in this game is you play forwards and you attack your opponent directly. And I'll just illustrate, for example. If you take a point of damage, you reveal the top card of your deck, and you put it in your damage zone. And if you get 7 cards in your damage zone, by the way, these Odins are beautiful, but you get 7 cards in your damage zone, you lose the game. So
easy to count to. No.
Right. No need
count to 7.
No need for pen and paper. No need for dice. Just 7 cards in your zone. You're dead. And she deals, and she's able to do 2/7 of your damage.
Yeah, very nice.
Which is basically you want to block her. You don't want to let her through. Got Caius from FF13-2. When he enters the field, you may play a character of cost 3 or less from your hand onto the field. When he's put in the field, break zone. It's like, interesting. So he's a 2-for-1, but if he dies, he takes something with him. So that's
efficient. Sounds like
high risk, high reward. I mean, so those are our fire forwards. Oh, we're getting to our fire backups. So there are 2 ways that you produce resources in this game. One way is by discarding any card from your hand to produce 2 crystals, and another way is playing a backup and turning a backup sideways. This is called dulling. Maybe similar to some other card games that you may have played, to produce 1 crystal of whatever point. But anyway, this is the Chocobo chick from FF13.
Adorable.
Yep, he lives in Saz's hair. For those who, Saz is one of the characters. He's got kind of an afro, and this lives in his hair. So, choose a fire backup, activate it. Very cool. We've got 3 copies of Lebro.
I do like the variety in the art. It's very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's all over the lineage of the series,
Oh, absolutely.
So nice.
Have you played any FF games, Jesse?
Oh yeah, he made sure I played some Chocobo aggro against him. Sat me down. It was very fun. I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. Read him over. Then we have 3 copies of Saz, the aforementioned Saz.
Love it.
So when he enters the field, you may search for a fire summon and add it to your hand.
Do you want to go over maybe the element situation for the entire game?
Yes.
It's kind of similar to Colors from an unmentioned
other
trading card game.
So it's rather cool. In this game, there are 6 elements. And I'll refer to the guide here. You've got fire, ice, wind, earth, lightning, and water. However, there are actually 8 elements if you count light and darkness. But light and darkness are special because they can be summoned using any of the other colors. However, these 6 elements, you can mix and match them, and they all have their own unique properties. Take note. But fire tends to be very aggressive, and tends to, deal direct damage to things. So so far it looks like this is a real in-your-face deck. Now, this game has a very interesting mechanic called an EX burst. You'll see cards that have this symbol in the upper right corner. So when we were describing damage earlier, you reveal the top card of your deck and you put it in your damage zone. However, if a card has an EX burst, this special ability that you would normally have to pay for, you can do it for free. What do you think about that?
Very cool. It's a nice little gamble on the top of your deck to keep things interesting.
It's also a bit of a revenge mechanic too, Like, hey, if I wanted to rush in with something expensive and hit you early, I could, but there's a chance that something nasty might be hiding on top of my opponent's deck. Anyway, moving along. So we've gone into the forwards. we've gone into the backups. Now we're getting to the third card type, the summons.
Nice.
And behold.
Oh, there he is.
There he is, the King of Dragons. Lord Bahamut himself. See, this says if you control 3 or more Category 13 characters, category, this blue box where the card is from, the game that it's from. Wait, if you control 3 of them, his cost is reduced by 3, so he becomes a 2 cost instead of a 5 cost. Choose 1 forward, deal it 10,000 damage.
So blow someone up. Nice.
If it's put from the field to the break zone this turn, remove it from the game instead.
Okay, gets around any probably death effects or something like that. You know, recursion effects at least.
It's not enough to simply light it on fire. I mean, we're talking totally incinerating and
obliterate
annihilating.
from the world.
I mean, and if you've ever seen a Mega Flare from the Final Fantasy games, you can imagine yourself just Mega Flaring your opponent into oblivion.
There you go, very nice.
And funny enough, it synergizes well with this Fang, because when she attacks, he says the cost required to cast your next Bahamut is reduced by 2. So, if you have 3 Category 13 forwards, then this cost is 2. But if one of them is Fang when she's attacking, guess how much this burn spell costs?
Very, very little. Very nice, yeah.
0.
0. That's an easy number.
This is busted. And by the way, I've never seen these cards before, so I'm discovering this for the first time as well.
Yeah.
You get 3 copies of Brynhildr. This is a nice, efficient burn.
With gorgeous art,
Oh,
also.
look at that. And some of these are actually exclusive arts. You can actually see the designer and the illustrator. So, for you art collectors, whether you are players or you enjoy the collection game, this game is really good for both of those things. This will deal 5,000 damage and draw you a card. Really good to finish somebody off efficiently and cheaply.
Yeah. 2 crystals only. Very nice.
And it's got the EX burst.
And EX first, yep. Cool.
So that's the fire half of our deck. And how are we doing on time?
We're at 13 minutes.
Holy crap. Well, I'll keep going. Is it okay if I keep going?
Yeah, keep
We
going.
having fun here?
Yeah.
I hope we're having fun here. So now we go to the lightning side. Lightning is famous for killing things quickly. Not with damage, but just killing them.
Nice.
First we have Sid Raines, only it looks like the Lassie Sid Raines. He looks a bit twisted by the mark of the Lassie. When it enters the field, choose a forward of 4 or less opponent controls, break it. As in, he just kills something. However, he has some other effects here. If you're at 3 damage, he gains plus 1,000 power and first strike, so he will deal damage first in combat. Damage 5. When he attacks, choose forward controls, break it. So if you're like 2 damage away from dying or more, or less, basically he's a kill every turn he swings.
Very, very nice.
So
Yeah, nice closer.
Indeed. We've got 3 copies of Knoll. He's got haste, he's cheap. He gains plus 1k for each Category 13 character you control. So, a lot of synergy. And whenever a forward opponent controls leaves the field, you choose a forward opponent controls, dull it. As in, render it unable to block.
Yeah. And we're already killing stuff in this deck, so it's very nice.
And this art is straight from the mobile game, Opera Omnia. We have 3 copies of Hope. If you control 5 or more Category 15s, or 13s, he gets 1k. Enters the field, select one of the 2, search for a Category 13, add to your hand, so you have a Searcher. Choose an active forward until end turn. It loses 1,000 power for each Category 13 you control. So he's going to give you something, or he's going to kill something. And he's going to get bigger each time.
Very nice.
Yeah.
We're getting towards the ends, folks. We got.
Okay, I'll speed it up.
Oh, you're good. I'm just saying. We're getting close to that.
3 copies of Anima. A nice little ping every turn. And a bonus for every single time you kill something.
Yeah.
And he's nice and hefty. And his burn is free.
It's very, very nice.
Yeah. Got 3 copies of Maki. Gives things first strike. Very nice. 3 copies of Lumina. Searches for a Category 13 forward.
Love that.
Woot. More synergy.
Yep.
Generic Knight. And look at this art. This actually is from FF5. This is not from 13.
Gotcha.
Nice. But It's a nice utility card. You can burn something for 4K, but if you got hurt this turn, you can burn something for 8K.
Or even more. There you go. And also cheap. You see a theme with this deck, folks?
Indeed. And of course, we cannot forget the All-Father, the Lord of Asgard, Odin. A 3-cost EX burst. Choose a forward of cost 2 or less. And break it.
Very nice.
But altogether, this seems very, very aggressive, very, deadly.
Yeah, and ready to go out of the box.
And ready to go out of the box.
Yeah.
But a really neat feature about these starter sets is you are not pigeonholed. You are not confined to the selection of cards. Like, hey, I want to get started in this game, but I don't really have much of a card pool. Well, the starter's already ready to play. It's got 50 cards, and you can play it straight out of the box. However, it also comes with 50 more supplementary cards in other elements. So if you wanted to actually mix the elements, and I won't go into each and every one of these, but I'm just going to show them off. You got some Snows. You got some Sarahs. Hey, look, you got Moogles. Very cool. You've got Sir Orphan from the Theatrhythm. That's the rhythm and music game.
Wow, that is actually such a beautiful card, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to scoot over.
Okay. And so you've got in backups and ice, you get Jill Nabat. Okay, this one's actually silly. Because if a forward you control is dealt damage by a backup, it becomes 0 instead. So she basically says your opponent's backups can't deal damage to your forwards.
Yeah, very nice.
Yule. Put Yule into the break zone, search for a forward, put it under the top card of your deck. It's stacking on purpose. Bard. Choose forward, dull it, and freeze it. And ice is a very cruel element. It really likes to just sabotage people, make them just destroy their hand, make them unable to use their units.
That sounds like something I would be into. I'm one of those awful players.
Indeed. And of course we have Shiva. Let you all take a look at that. What do you think of that art?
It's very nice. Again, nice variety. Different kind of art styles. My personal fave.
Yep.
Orphan, looking cool. But yeah, very cool.
FYI, this is from Type 0. This is actually not from 13. And oh, we've got even more lightning cards. Check that out.
Very cool.
That's gorgeous.
I get the right light on it.
I'm just gonna keep dropping these. I know we're running short on time.
Let's just drop them.
Kamui, Odin. Holy jeez, look at that. You want the double Bahamut to deal 10k damage to targets. Daj. Goes well with his dad. And then you have, oh my gosh, okay, you have the Bahamut trio. You get Jet Bahamut, Garnet Bahamut, and Amber Bahamut.
A ton of value. Like there's so much.
They summon each
so
other.
much for this one purchase.
You get Barchandelus, and guess what? You actually get a third. So you actually get a playset of these lightnings.
Very nice. Cool.
Anyway.
We got a ton of stuff when we come back over here.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So Severo, thanks for coming by and doing this for me. Where can people kind of, find out more about this game if they're interested and get into play?
Oh, most def. Like, this is super fun. I've been playing it since it got started. We have a great community over here at Level Up. We meet on Friday nights.
Friday nights, yeah.
And I think we're doing some tutorials too on the anniversary celebration.
Yes,
right?
March 4th, we're going to be running Final Fantasy trading card game demos with the one and only.
Oh, not just me. Our crew will be here.
The crew is showing up, folks.
So,
but yeah, you can come out and play. We'll have some beginner decks to learn with. We'll even be running a defeat Sephiroth event, right? A little boss fight action.
Thing's scary.
Yeah.
You can enter as many times as you want. It'll be free. He'll kill you by turn 4 if you're not careful.
So look forward to that, new players. But yeah, that'll be free to come and play. So come on and see us. We would love to have you at this growing community. Yeah, come see you Friday.
Awesome.